Hey, welcome in, Michael here. In this video, I'm going to go through this Fiverr review, showing you if freelancing is really worth your time and money. So as you see on screen, I'm going to get into it right away. You're seeing all these different categories, right? From graphic and design all the way down to lifestyle that you can charge as a service and get paid for, right? So this is something that many people have been doing. They've been finding successes with it, whether that's monetarily or just, upgrading their skill sets and being able to work from home. The thing that I do want to say though, it is another work from home type of job, not so much of a hands off, if you would like to call that type of business where you can start scaling it. It's kind of like where you would be working at a traditional 9 to 5, if you're like at a brick and mortar business, but you're just doing that from the comfort of your own home. So if that's something that's attracting to you, then just keep sticking around here, and you'll still want to, so you can find out everything that I just cover between every category and whether freelancing is right for you. Okay, so Fiverr, it's a very popular site. I've gone on here to ask for certain people to create things for me for my business. And so, I'd go to people here and say, let's say I wanted a logo. I can go to graphic and design, logo and brand identity, and then find an array of people and select somebody that I most feel would be best suited for my project, and then hand them off a payment. And you can start off as little as like $5 charging for a service, $20 plus. There's people here that do well making money with it. So, keep that open in your mind as well. Digital marketing, you can see everything from like local SEO, content marketing, video, email, social, SEM, display advertising. So you can offer any of these types of skill sets that you have or will want to learn and get paid for with freelancing. Writing and translation, video animation, music and audio, programming and tech, data, business, again, lifestyle. And if we go down here, you can see a couple of examples through the browsing. Here's somebody that I recently went to. And what I asked for is, because I was running a native ad, I wanted to get a certain image done, and it's in specific to the offer that I was promoting. And so it had to be somebody I wanted that could create that, rather than going through let's say a website that has these free photos you can get, or maybe my own. I just wanted it through someone else. So I would go over there and, for example, here, let me click, show you this. All right, so just imagine this being you, and you create your account here on Fiverr, you set it up and running, and you list your details out on what type of services you want to offer people, right? It can be any of the ones that I just went over. And then, as a beginner, you can start off with like as low as $5. The thing with being a beginner is you got to work your way up, right? There's some downsides to this where it's based on a lot of popularity. And so the most people with like the most reviews or the most amount of work done, and people who can charge higher, a lot of that tends to be people who have been around and they've gotten a lot of reviews. And so you're kind of working your way up in a challenge to be listed so people can actually see, instead of filtering through so many different people underneath a certain category. So that's kind of a downfall to just freelancing in general, Fiverr being one of them. But it comes with the territory. So I will create amazing illustrations for Facebook ads, right? So you can list your images there. And then about this gig, hi, I have been doing Facebook advertising gigs since a few years on my other gigs, and keeping in view the popular demand, have created a gig specifically dedicated to this category. I have done hundreds of successful orders and have worked with some of the renowned gurus in this industry. Okay, but you can keep reading, and that's something that you could list as well if this is something you want to offer. It depends on what you want to do, right? And there's training on how to do these things if you're not sure how to get those skills. And if you do, let's say you have a graphic and design capability, then, and it's in logo design, maybe you can go in here and create a freelancing, your own little place, and then start asking for people to come and purchase from you. Okay, so that's listed there. About the seller, you can learn a little bit there. Contact them directly, you'd be contacted. And then continue, you list your payment type, and then you can also again contact the seller. Basic, standard, and premium, you can see as low as 10, as high as $60, depending on what you ask for. So there are different, again, categories you can go through and look at. Let's see, let's try one out here with local SEO. Local SEO is a great one. This is one that I've done for some time. I don't offer this on Fiverr, but I've done this for other types of businesses underneath the digital agency business model. It's kind of another, not work from home, but more so of a business where you can start actually scaling it and growing it higher, but you offer a certain service for, or services for business owners. It's probably more B2B, not B2C. Fiverr can be a lot of B2C, business to consumer, or maybe B2B. And what you would do is you would help these business owners attract more leads and get these leads into their own business so then they can become a customer. And that's through the digital agency model. If that's something that you're more interested in doing, I'll leave that resource down below in the description. Look for it down there for digital agency for lead generating, bringing in new people into customers' businesses with the business to business model. That's a very attractive one. That's one I've done for some time and it works well. Okay, so local SEO, this is one of the categories you can offer. And I do well with this. I do this for other businesses. I've done this for my own businesses through a different business model that I'll be sharing with you in just a moment. So stick around with me. But you can see I will create and an approved Google Knowledge Panel for you. I will do Google My Business GMB. So all these different varieties and different prices that they have, usually like the higher that they charge, it depends on what that project is, of course, but it also can be very beneficial to that person because they've done this before and they have reviews on it. Again, it's a popularity thing. And the thing that's a little bit difficult about doing your own freelancing is you can be not capped, but to get to the amount you want to earn per month, it'll take a lot of hustle. It'll take a lot of work, especially in the beginning, but you're not always done with that. So even when you have the skill sets and you have the popularity, you still will have to work a lot because you could get a lot of orders that come in. You can choose whatever it is you wanted to do. But let's say, for example, you were charging $10 per day on a certain, you do local SEO, right? You're doing local SEO for $10 a day at the very small, that's kind of more medium range. And you do it for 5 days per week, for a month, probably making about $1,000, a little bit over 1,000, depending on if you shifted that price. You went up a little bit, more or less. So 1,000, it could pay the bills, help go for the mortgage, tax, different reasons, you have. But I personally had to go away from that and look at it from a different perspective and think, okay, well, I really don't want to be earning as little. If I want to make more money, I have to invest my time and energy into the things that can help me grow and scale. And then I can also do this passively. It could be a little bit more hands-off. Once I put the work in up front, it could be hands-off. And that's not what I'm talking about with digital agency. Digital agency is a good way to grow and scale, but one where I can become a little bit more hands-off is with something called affiliate marketing. Now, you've probably heard of this, where this is where you can promote people's products in exchange for a commission percentage, and you can promote low-ticket to recurring high-ticket products and get paid worth your time, what you're worth, and be able to, take that time off that you want, maybe in the afternoon, and then come back and know that you made money once you go ahead and you put the work in up front. Of course, I'm not saying it won't be any work. Now, that's what I do. I spend my time doing things with affiliate marketing and where I can leverage a business where you can become more hands-off over time and earn more money passively and be able to scale, right? To take that even further and then share a passion, a hobby, or an interest, of course, kind of like freelancing if you have a passion around those things. You can do that as well. And so that's why I recommend affiliate marketing as my #1 business model for beginners and intermediates and even experts. You know, a lot of people going away from the drop shipping, and those aren't the easiest business models to start off in. I think affiliate marketing is. But if you like freelancing and that's something that interests you, then Fiverr will be something you want to check out. And I'll leave that link down below. Some other alternative Fiverrs from Fiverr are like Upwork. There's another one called Click Earners, and I did a review on that. I'll leave that down below in the description. You can check that out if you wish to still stick with the freelancing model. But if you want to do something like affiliate marketing, I have a free training for you down below. You'll even get a free guide for it on how to build $1,000 plus per month affiliate income. And I'll leave that down below. It's legitimate. It's up to date. I even share with you my 100-day super affiliate way to get there. And it'll be very revealing. It'll be awesome to check out. So look for that down below in the description. But that's everything that I'm going to conclude with in this video about Fiverr and just freelancing in general. There are great upsides to it where you can charge what you're worth, and then but the popularities of showing up, there's parts of it. If you look, there's like people who are posting ads. You won't see it so much here, but at the top there'll be ads. So people are like just trying to buy position so they can be seen. And I know maybe that's something you don't want to do. And just the whole, $10 a day for 5 days, $1,000 plus or so. And, some upsides, downsides, you're still working, a job basically. But if you want the alternative, there's like digital agency, there's affiliate marketing, which is like my #1 recommended business model to get into. Look out for my recommendations down below and pick up that free guide. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you.